Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. It is your favorite Berea, Kentucky Realtor, Devin. I just got in from the beach at around 11 p.m. last night. I'm up and at it this Friday morning. We just did a virtual closing for this lady that I came across. She's from out of state. She's moving up here to Berea, and so we're going to run through here, check things out real quick, grab her key, and make sure that everything is in order for when she arrives, probably here in the next couple weeks. Whew, when I tell y'all it is so hot outside. So this lady, there was actually another realtor that reached out to me in regards to getting this lady a home here in Berea. We got in touch, got in contact, and then just a few weeks later, after her and I had talked for a little while, she actually decided to plan a trip over here and see this home specifically. Me and my daughter, we went and picked her up from the airport one evening, brought her down here to Berea, got her something to eat, took her to her hotel. The next day, I went and I showed her around Berea, gave her the whole, full driving tour. Of course, where I'm from here and know everybody, or I'm at least related to them, we could not go anywhere or even make it to a stop sign without her getting tickled about the fact that I was every so often be like, oh, there's so-and-so, or, oh, this is where my cousin lives, on and on and on. And so I got really tickled about that. My daughter and I were actually having a girls' day the next day. And so we woke up, I want to say around 6 in the morning, picked her up, took her back to the airport. And so I'm just here today. She's doing, again, her online closing across state lines. And so I'm just making sure that everything is in nice working order for her. That way, once she gets here, she doesn't have too much to do. But I did want to show you all a couple of things. So this house, whenever we got it under contract, it was listed, I believe, at $189,900. We got it under contract for, I believe, $185. So not too much off of the asking price, but I did tell her, like, hey, this one's probably going to have some issues. So, once we get to that, because she was a cash buyer, once we get to those issues, that's whenever we can negotiate a little bit more off the price. I'm getting tongue-tied this morning. But so some of the issues that we ran into were, let me see if I can find one here, was knob and tube wiring. So if you look up here, so you can see the knob and tube remnants. And so little did I know, these are actually a really huge issue as far as like insurability. And then you could also see here, possibly, we've got some of it like coming out of the walls. Watch me touch it and get electrocuted. So that's actually live. I mean, if you touch it, you're probably going to get shocked. And so because we are going to have her get all the electrical stuff, out of here and updated, we ended up negotiating $15,000 off of our actual offer price. But in addition to that, if we go over here, so you can see that we've got like a sump pump system. This house is so old. So this would be, if you're looking at the house, this is going to be the left side of the house. And so what's happening is you can obviously that there's like water intrusion in here. Since she does live out of that area, I actually met with a couple contractors down here to not only get the electrical work fixed, but the grading outside as well, because of course the grading is going to bring that moisture and that water into the home. This sump pump right here, while it's all well and operable, it's actually going outside and then coming this way. So it's literally just recycling water into itself. I got with the water mitigation, the sealant, waterproofing company. And so where the majority of this home actually has a brick foundation versus, a block foundation, they were really scared that if someone were to start digging this out, like the structural integrity was not going to be able to hold that, and the house probably had a good chance of crumbling. So within our $15,000 of negotiating, we got that knocked off at the offer price as well. So, of course, this is an older home, which means it's got, some pretty significant issues. Part of the waterproofing process you can see here, which I'm not going to get up in there. So this is our handy dandy crawl space. And so you can see like some of the natural light coming in from the outside of the home right there. So that's like your front porch area. So what's happening is there's kind of like a channel that runs around the corner here. I know you can't see it, but then it comes up here and it actually comes out. And this little spot right here runs all the way down this channel around the corner there and out the back. So part of the waterproofing process and part of the grading process, they are going to get that corrected. That way, when my buyer gets here, she can make sure that the home is not only dry, but in the event that water is to get in again, she's not going to have to worry about that causing any more of the structural damages. So I figured I would, just let you guys know what a final walkthrough is going to be looking like. Again, she's out of state, so luckily she had me here meeting with the contractors, meeting with an electrician, the waterproofing company, the excavating company. And so that way, now that she's closing here in just a couple of hours, we can go ahead and get those contractors lined up, get those repairs made so that whenever she does arrive, she does nothing other than unpack and relax. So, moral of the story, if you are considering relocating out of the area into the Berea, Madison County area, and you're kind of worried about like who's going to handle things until I get there, obviously I'm your girl. I'm super excited for this seller. She's going to be such a great fit in this community. But until then, I will see y'all next time.